DCE presents an evening of celebration in honor of some of the legends who made hip-hop history. Pete Rock, Kool Moe Dee, Nice and Smooth, Kid Capri, Rakim.
Ladies and gentlemen, our culture hip-hop took over the planet.
This is the Hip Hop Museum Pop-Up Experience Induction Gala.
Saw hip-hop, man.
I had to be a part of this, man.
Hey, hey, hey! How this hat, no matter wherever it is.
The Smokehouse was on fire as some of the legends of hip-hop descended on Ivy City in Northeast DC to pay tribute to the music, the makers, and all those who love hip-hop.
In the world of Sanaa Lathan and Brown Sugar, when did you fall in love with hip-hop?
I fell in love with hip-hop when I was in the studio with Birdman and Slim, back when I was in New Orleans doing my Cash Money days.
Cash Money?
So when I first became familiar with the sound of bounce, I've been rocking with it ever since. And then, of course, you know, much love to New York, and, you know, it continued.
Yeah.
You know, West Coast across the board. You know, now we got trap.
We got trap?
Yeah, it goes way back in the day, doing my Cash Money days.
What's the first hip-hop song that you fell in love with that got you into the...
U-N-I-T-Y.
Oh, little Queen Latifah?
Yeah, little Queen
Okay.
Latifah, yes, yes.
If I want some hip-hop and I'm in that mood, I'm going something with Jay-Z, something with Biggie. A lot of their features together, I like all of them. So, you know.
Rakim was the one. Like, he was the one where I would steal out my father's tape deck. You know, let me go listen to this up in the room. Yeah. He was the one that started it for me.
Coming up in a household that played nothing but music, good music all my life. You know, when rap came out, it was like, you know, it was music for us.
Right.
So it had, you know, a little different feel, you know what I mean? And we kind of gravitated, you know, to it a little different, man. So, you know, it was crazy to see how rap, you know, just took the world by storm.
It was a star-studded evening for hip-hop heads and those who know a good party when they see one. But more than great music, good food, and the ultimate stargazing, the real reason for all the excitement was to honor some of the groundbreaking artists who have made hip-hop a cultural phenomenon.
It's always nice to be smooth. Hey. Great NICE. Yeah, much love. Rakim, what's up,
sir.
man?
Everything good, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kool Moe Dee. Ladies and gentlemen, my baby man, Pete Rock. What's up,
What's
brother?
going on, bro?
Y'all can make some noise on this one. My man, DJ Kid Capri.
DC's DJ extraordinaire, DJ Dirty Rico, welcomed the titans of hip-hop to the Grand Induction Gala created by the DC Hip Hop Museum Pop-Up Experience to honor their lifetime commitment to the music. Meet Jeremy Beaver, DJ, producer, engineer, and founder of the DC Hip Hop Museum Pop-Up Experience, a curation of all things hip-hop and the manifestation of Beaver's dream to keep the music and its culture alive.
This is something that's highly fulfilling to all of us at the museum, because we feel like we're doing something that's important for America and important for hip-hop lovers all over the world, because it wasn't being done.
Located in the historic Shaw neighborhood in Northwest DC, Beaver says his hip-hop museum and art gallery showcases the largest collection of hip-hop artifacts and memorabilia anywhere.
Young blood's got no sense of history.
I want to show you something really special. In fact, I want to give you an inside look at the House of Hip Hop Art Gallery. The Hip Hop Museum actually has the largest collection of hip hop sneakers in the world. We have a few largest. In fact, we have the largest collection of signed hip hop vinyl, the largest collection of hip hop jackets in the world, the largest collection of artifacts and memorabilia. In fact, some of the artifacts and memorabilia are pieces like this that are very near and dear to our heart. Our 2019 inductee, Biz Marquis, rest in peace, was a good friend of mine, and this is his platinum plaque to his big single, Just a Friend. The preservation of hip-hop is something that we as Americans need to take more seriously. And our organization seems to be leading the way in making sure that these legends, these cultural icons, get their flowers while they're still around. It's really important that we take the time to cherish and honor these folks.
And that same sentiment is shared by Museum Executive Director Guy O'Brien, known to the world as Master G, co-founder of one of the most iconic groups to rap their way into hip-hop history, the Sugar Hill Gang.
My goal is to make sure that 1,000 years from now, this music will be preserved in a way that respects, makes everybody feel good, and shows the love that this deserves. That's my goal. The people that did this need to be recognized. And that's my mission. When they brought this opportunity to me to be the executive director, my wife tells me all the time that, you know, I get a kick out of saying I'm the executive director.
As you should.
And as I should. But when they brought me this opportunity, man, I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hip hop, born and raised in the Boogie Down Bronx, by the man known as the father of hip hop, DJ Kool Herc.
I'm a Bronx native. I was born in the Bronx, and I got a chance to see the inception of hip hop. And as a kid, I always wanted, you know, I was such a strong fan of the great ones, the Grandmaster Flashes, the Melly Mel's, and so forth and so on. And I always wondered how could I contribute? So then when I, you know, became old enough, I was able to contribute. So that was more or less like a dream come true. And then you get into this business with all its many facets, and then, you know, before you know it, you're recognized as a pioneer and being, you know, honored.
Hip-hop quickly grew up across the country, its influence spreading around the world and launching the careers of some of the most talented artists to pick up a microphone, including one, Master G, who with his partners, Wonder Mike and their late Big Bang Hank, released a song that is credited with bringing hip-hop to the mainstream. All these years have passed, and you are like one of the key voices that a whole lot of rap artists still will say to this day. That they remember when they heard Rapper's Delight.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The first time I heard Rapper's Delight, I was like, whoa!
I remember being in school, man. You know what I mean? Little kid, maybe, 7.
I ran to the Avenue to buy the record.
I went to Crazy Eddie to go buy records, and I heard it in there.
And I had $7 in my pocket, and I took $5 and bought that 12-inch.
To go to a record store and ask for a rap record, it was unheard of.
It was the ultimate party record.
Where were you when you first heard Rapper's Delight?
Rico, see, that ain't even fair. That ain't even fair.
Come on.
I was in the studio. Now, how about that?
Rapper's Delight, released in 1979, sparked a rap revolution, bringing the genre off the sidelines and into the game.
And we went into the studio. And so there's 3 of us that lined up, and people in the control room, and they say, go, and the track runs. Now, Mike said what he said, and then it's called a pass. So, you know, next to Mike is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song. That's you as a DJ to know, as a rapper to know that it's your time to start rapping. That's why Master G, my mellow, it's on you. That was my cue to start rapping. So he did that. So Mike passed it to Hank. Hank passed it to me. Nobody said anything. Everybody was in the control room dancing. So I passed it back to Mike.
Hip hop, hippie to the hippity hip hip hop, and you don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie. Up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
You know, my thought is, okay, this is, you know, these people know what they're doing. They say, record, go. Mike passed it back to Hank.
The CAS and the OVA and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the name of the doctor of the mix, and these reasons I'll tell you why.
Hank passed it back to me. Nobody still said anything, so I passed it back to Mike.
Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat.
Mike passed it back to Hank.
Imp for them, the ladies pimp. The women fight for my delight, cause I'm the Grand Master with the 3 MCs that shock the house for the young lady.
We just continued to go because nobody told us to stop. We just felt as though we were just at a party rocking.
When Rap with the Light came out, it was so big and so gigantic, it became like the first one. So when that came out, I couldn't remember where I was at, but I know the impact it did at that time because it was such a huge hit. And still at that time, we didn't know that. Even at that time, people were saying, yo, rap is just a phase, it's gonna run out and ain't gonna be here. Even at that time, but after that, it just progressed and kept going.
And it's still going, which is why honoring this group of groundbreaking inductees is so meaningful.
I'm proud to join the 700,000 residents of Washington, D.C. in extending my gratitude to the Hip Hop Museum for putting together tonight's event and in offering congratulations to the 2021 inductees, Muriel Bowser, Mayor of Washington, D.C.
It is all about the preservation, and that's what nightlife and culture is. It's the culture piece of it is all about preserving what was and what is.
Okay. Did you ever think that hip hop would take it this far from when you first started to where we are now?
Nah, and I had no idea. And if I had an idea, I still wouldn't know what to do with it because today I don't even know what to do with it. It's still doing what it do.
When they started that movement, who knew what it was going to be? But all these years later, we're here, we're celebrating them, and that's awesome.
So how did these masters of hip hop get started? Host Grandmaster Cass asked them to go back to the beginning.
What made you fall in love with and want to participate in the culture of hip hop?
Once I heard hip hop, I knew I loved it.
I was at a block party on my block. I seen DJ Hollywood and DJ Smalls. I knew right there that I'm supposed to be involved with this.
I'm so far back, it's way before records were ever even made. I'm talking about Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, before they even the Furious 5, before they were Furious 4. It was Grandmaster Flash and 3 MCs. That's why we created Treacherous 3. It was Cowboy, Kid Creole, and Melly Mel.
Ooh. My first encounter was Tav Schoolyard. At the time, DJ Flash, he wasn't Grandmaster, he was DJ Flash and DJ Kool Herc, they was battling.
Got a chance to go to the PAL, got a chance to go to the T-Connection, got a chance to go to the Audubon, got a chance to go to the Renaissance, 3333, Randy's Place, all these different places to see dudes like Grandmaster Caz and the Cold Crush, to see Fantastic Five, to see the Furious 5 with Grandmaster Flash.
When I heard Grandmaster Caz, Cold Crush 4, Kool Mo D, Treacherous 3, and Melly Mel from the Furious 5, I fell in love with MCing.
Melly Mel actually said a rhyme. I make Alaska hot, I make Africa cold, stop Nat King Cole from playing a role. When I heard that, I knew exactly what he was doing, and I knew I had to step my game up in terms of writing. Melly Mel and Grandmaster Flash doing what they did, that actually made me say, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
I would see them, man, in my neighborhood. I'm a kid. I see this man sitting on a crate, getting his hair braided. Huh? One of my little men said, "There go Grandmaster Caz." I'm like, oh, I'm just looking at him. Huh? He's sitting on a crate with a bad Boricua, braiding his hair. He's just sitting there. I'm like, whoa, I want to be that. Yeah, I want to be that.
I'm cut from the cloth of the old school, like Kool Mo D, Kool Herc, and all that, And what made me want to get into music is just these guys, you know what I'm saying? And that's the inspiration that, propelled me to want to be who I am today.
I believe I was put here on this planet to entertain people.
I thought I was a DJ at first, you know what I mean? I used to DJ a little bit, kid, you know what I mean? But after listening to them brothers, man, I knew that's what I wanted to do. So, I salute Mo D, Grandmaster Caz, You know what I mean? And my man Melly Mel, I kind of learned and used them as a measuring stick for hip hop. So without them, I wouldn't be me, man.
To see all these iconic dudes that build it from the ground up, from the bottom, without them, we wouldn't have a job today. So that's what made me love hip hop.
That's love. That's love.
And then the highlight of the evening, as these hit-making legends were inducted into the Hip Hop Museum. Rakim.
So now, with this going down, how did this make you feel to receive an honor like this?
Oh man, it's a blessing, man, and you know, puts everything in perspective, man. All the hard work, you know, all the days of, you know, closing the door, being in a room by myself, staring at the walls. You know, this is, you know, it makes it well worth it, man.
Kool Moe Dee.
A little mixed emotions, because you know I'm from a group, Treacherous 3. They're still alive.
Right.
And to overlook them and go to me kind of makes it feel a little awkward. I'm appreciative.
Okay.
More than anything else.
Pete Rock.
It feels great, man. Yeah. I'm so humbled by this. Yeah. You know what I mean? I work very hard for things like this.
Kid Capri.
I mean, it's just to know that what you do, the work you put in, is recognized and appreciated. That's more than money because that lasts forever.
And Nice and Smooth.
And first of all, congratulations to you.
So much.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying? For making sure that you have your name stamped further in this hip hop situation than it already is.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
it.
That's that part. That part.
How does it feel, bro?
Feels great, beloved.
I'm awesome. I'm blessed, man. I'm too blessed to be stressed. You know, I'm happy to be here.
The ceremony was also a time to remember those superstars, gone too soon, but whose memories and music will live forever.
Now that it's at this stage, you never know what life gonna bring you, but I'm appreciative for everything because life is short and it's moving extremely fast.
Real quick, hold up, real quick. Just let me get a moment of silence.
Nobody beats the Biz. Biz left this earth with hip-hop in his heart, period.
Just one time, please just make some wow noise for my man, Dwight Arrington Myers, a.k.a. Heavy D.
I think one, he would want to be recognized as someone who not only was a trailblazer and worked with a lot of iconic artists on music, but he always presented himself. He didn't curse on songs, had a lot of love in songs, a lot of positive energy in songs. That's one thing. That's the music side, and him as a artist and musician.
If it wasn't for Heavy D, I would not be possible.
From Mount Vernon to the world, Dwight Arrington Myers, a.k.a. MC Heavy D. Actor, MC, dancer, art lover, lover of the ladies, Gemini till he died, and he lives forever. So long live King Heavy D.
Chucky Thompson was one of my close friends. Chucky was really instrumental to helping the museum become what it is.
We are beyond blessed, and we are so honored to have you all induct our father. Even though his passing was quick and unexpected, his legacy is ridiculously incredible, and we are nothing but thankful.
It's bittersweet to accept this award because out of any place in the whole world that he would have accepted an award, this would be the most meaningful to him because he is a DC native and he rocked for this city 24/7.
He pushed us every second he could, and we will definitely carry that legacy until the day we leave this earth.
But it wasn't just about recognizing the past. These newly inducted legends dropped some wisdom for those coming behind them.
Now, if you could say two things to an inspiring hip-hop artist that might be about 12 or 14, 17, what would be the two things that you would tell that artist?
One of the things is stay true to yourself, one, and speak from the heart. You know what I mean? And that's what differentiates you from anybody else, because you know your heart is giving you information nobody else can give you. So listen to it, and it'll show through your music.
Well, today is a little different, but you know, you have people on the same wavelength as what we did in the 90s.
Okay.
So it's easy for me to connect with the younger guys doing what we did in the 90s.
Well, whether you're a DJ, producer, artist, whoever you are, sometimes people get caught up in the fashion of it. They get caught up in how cute it looks. If you're really gonna do anything, always have your heart in it. Always really have a passion for it. Always really want to do it this way, because that's what's gonna take you where you gotta go. You won't be a fad. You won't be here today and gone tomorrow. Somebody that really takes their business serious, they're gonna see all the different ways that they could get people to understand what they do and appreciate what they do. It's just a matter of how serious you take it. If you win it because you want the girls, or you want the jewelry, or you want to look cute, then that's what it's there for. But if you're in there to really get the work in and really change the game and do what you gotta do, you're gonna stay, your focus is gonna be different than a person that just wanna be here today and gone tomorrow.
I think hip-hop at this point needs to be more diverse.
Yeah.
We need to stop concentrating on more than just one subject.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a lot of things we can talk about.
Two things, and what you said right into that camera. Okay. To an inspiring artist that's trying to get into hip hop. Two things that you would tell them to put on their list to do.
One, talent with no team is no talent. I don't care how talented you are. I or anybody else that you see that does anything on a grand level would not have or do what they did if they did not have people behind the scenes making moves. As we speak.
Wow.
As we speak. There's moves being made on this situation. There's moves being made on my other situations. There's a team of people that surround me that make me look good. So to a person,
I mean, I see you look good.
Well, I mean, you know. And then, see, that's why I'm trying to talk serious.
I know you can't with me.
Yeah, right. And then the other thing is, always walk and move to your own beat.
All right.
The one thing, man, the one thing that has always been my mode of operandi, I move to my own rhythm.
That's it.
I always do.
Got to.
I move to my own rhythm.
Oh, the party about to start right now, okay?
And then, with Pete Rock spinning the hits, it was a classic finish to an epic celebration.
We have to have a straightforward understanding of history of hip-hop in the same way we have of American history. And so this is just the beginning of our attempt to educate and preserve and really honor this music and culture.
For me, this is something that I had to do.
Yeah.
I had to be a part of this, man, because of how important this has been. This music, this world, these people, how important they are to everything that goes on, man. You know, and if I've had any success at all in my life, and I've had a little.
You've had a lot.
Well, okay.
You've had a lot.
I've been very fortunate. But the fact that I'm fortunate gives me the ability to be able to make sure, man, that I do the right things for what it is that we've been given. So this is important, man.
Still so dope.
Rap is something we do. Right. Hip hop is something we live.
I made it to the top. Started from the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got 'em, but I made it to the top. Yeah, I made it to the top. Started from the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got 'em, but I made it to the top. I made it to the top. To the top. Started from the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got 'em, but I made it to the top. I made it to the top. Started from the bottom, hard times, yeah, I got